Biography of Sheikh Al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. Was he suffering from the ruling political system? His qualities and morals since the emergence of the Islamic message and its spread in the world. Part 2. We continue to narrate a stage in the life of Sheikh Al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. His grandfather, Majd al-Din Ibn Taymiyyah, and his uncle, Fakhr al-Din, were both reputable scholars of the Hanbali school, and their scholarly achievements well known. In 1269, Ibn Taymiyyah, aged 7, left Haran together with his father and 3 brothers. However, the city was completely destroyed by the ensuing Mongol invasion. Ibn Taymiyyah's family moved and settled in Damascus, Syria, which was ruled by the Mamluk Sultanate at the time. In Damascus, his father served as the director of the Sukkariya Madrasa, a place where Ibn Taymiyyah also received his early education. He acquainted himself with the religious and secular sciences of his time. His religious studies began in his early teens when he committed the entire Quran to memory, and later came to learn the disciplines of the Quran. From his father, he learnt the religious science of jurisprudence and its principles. Ibn Taymiyyah studied the works of Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Abu Bakr al-Khalil, and Ibn Qudama, as well as the works of his own grandfather, Majd al-Din. His study of jurisprudence was not limited to the Hanbali tradition, as he also studied the other schools of jurisprudence. The number of scholars under which he studied hadith is said to number more than 200, 4 of whom were women. Those who are known by name amount to 40 hadith teachers, as recorded by Ibn Taymiyyah in his work titled Arba'un Haditha. Sarahul Haq says, based on this, Ibn Taymiyyah started to hear hadith from the age of 5. One of Ibn Taymiyyah's teachers was the first Hanbali Chief Justice of Syria, Shams al-Din al-Maqdisi, who held the newly created position instituted by Baibars as part of a reform of the judiciary. Al-Maqdisi later came to give Ibn Taymiyyah permission to issue legal verdicts, making him a judge at the age of 17. Ibn Taymiyyah's secular studies led him to devote attention to the Arabic language and literature by studying Arabic grammar and lexicography under Ali ibn Abd al-Qawi al-Tufi. He went on to master the famous book of Arabic grammar Al-Kitab, written by the grammarian Sibawayhi. He also studied mathematics, algebra, calligraphy, speculative theology, philosophy, history, and heresiography. With the knowledge he gained from history and philosophy, he set to refute the prevalent philosophical discourses of his time, one of which was Aristotelianism. Ibn Taymiyyah also learnt about Sufism and stated he had reflected on the works of Sahl al-Tustari, al-Junayd al-Baghdadi, Abu Talib al-Maki, Abd al-Qadir al-Jilani, Shihab al-Din Umar al-Surawardi, and Ibn Arabi. In 1282, Ibn Taymiyyah completed his education at the age of 20. After his father died in 1284, he took up the then vacant post as the head of the Sukkariya Madrasa and began giving lessons on hadith. A year later he started giving lessons, as chair of the Hanbali Zawiya on Fridays at the Umayyad Mosque, on the subject of tafsir, exegesis of Quran. In November 1292, Ibn Taymiyyah performed the Hajj, and after returning 4 months later, he wrote his first book aged 29 called Manasik al-Hajj, Rites of the Pilgrimage, in which he criticized and condemned the religious innovations he saw take place there. Ibn Taymiyyah represented the Hanbali school of thought during this time. The Hanbali school was seen as the most traditional school out of the 4 legal systems, Hanafi, Maliki, and Shafi'i, because it was suspicious of the Hellenist disciplines of philosophy and speculative theology. He remained faithful throughout his life to this school, whose doctrines he had mastered, but he nevertheless called for ijtihad, independent reasoning by one who is qualified, and discouraged taqlid. Ibn Taymiyyah had a simple life, most of which he dedicated to learning, writing, and teaching. He never married, nor did he have a female companion throughout his years. Professor al-Matrudi stated that this may be why he was able to engage fully with the political affairs of his time without holding any official position such as that of a qadi. An offer of an official position was made to him, but he never accepted. Ibn Taymiyyah was taught by scholars who were renowned in their time. However, there is no evidence any of them had a significant influence on him. A strong influence on Ibn Taymiyyah was the founder of the Hanbali school itself, Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Ibn Taymiyyah was trained in his school by studying Ahmad's Musnad in great detail, having studied it multiple times. I stop at this point today. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the world's incredible stories. Soon we will publish Part 3. Thank you for watching.